Cloudbrink is a new company that emerged from stealth mode late last year. It's already been named as one of the Futurium 50 by the analyst firm Futurium, and it is one of the hottest companies to watch according to CRN magazine. I'm with Cloudbrink's CEO and co-founder Prakash to find out what all the fuss is about. So Prakash, if Cloudbrink is the solution, what's the problem?
Cloudbrink is in the business of delivering in-office performance to the modern remote and hybrid workforce anywhere. Less than 9% of the global workforce wants to go back to office full-time, and this has massive implications. CFOs are worried about secure employee productivity. Human resource department is worried about employee morale and employee retention. CEOs are worried about employees' happiness. So in this new norm of hybrid and remote work, Cloudbrink delivers an in-office experience. It will transform any home internet connection and give them that in-office-like performance, productivity with built-in security so that your employees are happy, they are productive, and businesses are hitting their top lines.
Plenty of other vendors in the networking space are also talking about the challenges of remote workers and hybrid working. So what exactly is different about Cloudbrink's approach?
We're going through a once-in-a-generational shift. How, when, where people work is fundamentally changing. And in this new metaverse gig economy, the traditional solutions such as your remote access, secure access, VPN, SD-WANs are not going to scale. The reason is threefold. In order to deliver that in-office experience to users anywhere, you need a service that is highly distributed and is available anywhere and everywhere. So you need a level of density that only a modern cloud-native solution can provide. Once you bring services so close to end user, you then need to solve for that last mile. That's where the power of AI comes in overcoming those last mile network challenges and turning any broadband internet into an enterprise-grade reliable network. Once you have solved the connectivity and bringing application closer to the user problem, the last one is security. That's where we need to make sure that we deliver a much higher levels of security than experienced before in the market.
When you talk about 30 times performance for the network, it sounds too good to be true. How are you doing that?
In order to deliver such higher levels of performance or experiences, again, it goes back to a couple of points. The first one is that you really want to minimize the distance between the user and the application that they are connected to. And that's where the 600 POPs that we have currently available, the edges that we currently have available, provide our end users with no more than 7 to 20 milliseconds of latency versus a 70 millisecond latency to any cloud location versus a 300 milliseconds latency to any data center application. When we get so close to end user, we can react in real time. The second one is, once we've solved the connectivity problem, security is always bolted on. When you look at rest of the industry, everybody talks about we are tunneling a connection. If you really want to deliver the highest level of security at the wire speed, you need to bring security into the network data plane itself. That's the second thing that we have done, which is security is integral part into your data plane so that there is no additional quote-unquote tunnel that we are building. And bringing those two things together, we are able to deliver those performances.
You have 600 points of presence, while some bigger and better established companies have only a couple of hundred. I'm interested to know how you're doing that.
There are new technologies available at our disposal that allows us to build this architecture that can be so distributed that we can get very close to end user. And we can have 600 POPs today, but we can also have 2,000 POPs by the end of this year, and by 2025, we will have 10,000 of these soft POPs and edges available. There are three technologies that play a critical role in delivering this architecture. The first one is becoming cloud native. Unlike traditional players, it doesn't take us 6 months to push a POP out. In fact, it takes us less than 2 minutes to bring a POP available anywhere on this planet. Second one is you need to make sure users are connected to the closest edge that is available to their location. So that's where we use tremendous amount of machine learning to pair the user to the right edge. And finally, we use quite a bit of AI to make sure we can overcome any of these last mile challenges. We understand the applications that needs to be delivered to those end users, and we can preemptively position those applications closer to the users.
So where is the service available today? Is it US only, or do you have bigger global plans?
Cloudbrink service is available globally on 6 out of 7 continents, and it will be coming to Antarctica soon as well. Today, Cloudbrink service is available anywhere from Liberia to London, South Sudan to San Francisco, and our thesis is in order to deliver these levels of experiences and user experiences, if users are anywhere, the service must be everywhere.
To put every user within 10 or maybe 20 milliseconds of the network, you're going to need to have points of presence everywhere, maybe tens of thousands of them. Is that feasible?
Absolutely. It goes back to the point, once you become cloud native, once you start harnessing the power of machine learning and AI, then you can easily get to these numbers in much shorter fashion. When we look at a traditional player, they will add 1 to 2 POPs any given year. Cloudbrink, as I shared before, will have more than 2,000 POPs before the end of this year, and we will be looking at deploying 10,000 of these soft POPs edges globally by 2025.
Prakash Manna, CEO and co-founder of Cloudbrink, thank you very much for talking to us.